In this video, I'm going to show you how to hook up the Auris BluMe to a stereo receiver. To hook up the Bluetooth receiver is really quite simple, and it only takes a couple minutes. So let's get started. We're going to use the analog or RCA outputs on this device, which will make this quite easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my RCA cable and I'm going to use auxiliary input on the back of my receiver. We could also use a tape input, 1 or 2, and either one of those will work. If your auxiliary is already filled up, you cannot use phono input. It is the wrong line level input. It'll be way too sensitive and it will not sound properly. Do not use phono. So I'm going to take my RCA jack and I'm going to plug into right and left auxiliary inputs. Remember, red always being right. It's not going to blow up if you reverse them, but red is always right. It's just a good habit to get into. We're going to hook those up to our Bluetooth receiver. Take the little micro USB and plug it into the back of the receiver. So we have audio connections done, and we're going to finish off our power connection by using the outlet. This is an AC outlet that is on the back of most any receiver. A lot of receivers have a switched outlet, which means that this 110 volt source will turn on and off with the front power switch on the receiver. Some have switched and unswitched together. On this particular unit, I have an unswitched, meaning this power source is always on. Switch on the front does not determine whether this turns on or off. I'm going to use the supplied AC wall adapter. We're just going to plug that into the back of that. Now we have all of our power connections. Okay, so now that we have our device wired to the back of our receiver, we're going to pair it up and listen to some music. I'm going to flip over here to auxiliary because we wired the BluMe into auxiliary input. I'm going to turn the device on. On this particular unit, you just push and hold for 2 seconds. Turn on our device. We're going to go into Bluetooth mode. The BluMe is in a discoverable mode currently. Now I've wiped off everything off of here. I had about a dozen devices on here, so we might have to try again.
Pairing.
Okay, and we are paired. That is my phone asking me if I want to connect to it, give it permission, and of course I do.
Paired.
Now, once you do this, the Bluetooth receiver will keep this information in memory, so the next time you go to it, it'll just turn right on, basically. And all these devices vary a little bit here and there. This was kind of a rough start. I would call this a worst case scenario, but even at that, that was pretty easy to do. Next thing I like to do is I like to preset my volume. And I do that because I want this device to actually be my main volume control so I can walk around the house and not have to worry about using the stereo volume or another wireless remote volume. I like to just have this, so let's go and play some music. And let's find something that is not copyrighted. And we will go with this song. So what I'll do is I'll set my device, to maximum volume. I'll OK that. We'll go to maximum there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the volume control on the stereo receiver and turn it up to the loudest that I think I'm going to want to listen to. So we'll say about 10 o'clock right there. Then I can use the volume control on my device as the master volume control. That's a really nice way to do that. It makes it very convenient to use. Okay, I hope this video helped you, and thanks for watching. Please leave questions or comments down below.